Hey there traders, welcome to another market update. Today is the 30th of March 2021. We're going to start off for Bitcoin here on the 4-hour chart. It's looking a little bit like we want to push higher, but we're trying to get filled down here around $56,700. Somewhere around here is where our orders are. And I'm still comfortable in trying to buy this level rather than buying up here. So we'll be patient to wait for a pullback. But if we do see the breakout today, I do think Bitcoin could hit 59,680-ish, this level up here, this previous level of structure, that we can actually pull all the way back to here. So I do think we'll find some resistance around that level, and then perhaps we'll see a pullback into this zone, and then we'll be able to take some long positions from there. But as I said already, this is where I'd like to go long, not up here somewhere. Let's have a look at what the fib tool is telling us from this swing low right here all the way to that swing high. And I'll show you that this level is actually a very important one. So let's pull it up. There we go. And you can see that, well, actually this level all the way down here could even be more valuable if we were to make it back down there, but I doubt that very much. Looking at the volume, looking at the price action, this thing is looking to go and test these higher levels up here. So, this level right here lines up with the 23.6% retracement level. Perhaps we could even see it pull back down to around about the 38.2. But let's see. Let's see what this one wants to do. Any kind of pullback here, in other words, let me just make it clear. Any kind of pullback on Bitcoin right now, I'd be looking at it as an opportunity and not necessarily a bad thing. So on the daily, we did see that bounce of the 21 yesterday. I thought that we would see a dump, and now we're waiting to get filled on those longs. On the daily momentum oscillators, it's looking pretty powerful here, to be quite fair. It looks like we're going to be testing up higher over the next couple of days, maybe the next week, maybe the next day. Bitcoin and cryptos love to move. So it's going to be interesting to see what does Bitcoin do once we get back up here, because this is the previous all-time high. Are we just going to break straight through it, or are we going to find some resistance around 59,000? So remember 59,200. Let's just quickly look at the 4-hour. 59,600, 59,200-ish kind of does create this little liquid zone right here. So I would definitely be looking at this area as major resistance, like I said earlier, and then a pullback could be expected from that, and then we'll buy that pullback. Like I said, still looking to get filled here, still confident that if this position does get filled, it should push us higher. Okay, so that's it for Bitcoin. Let's quickly chat about Ethereum. Ethereum currently creating a little bit of an order block kind of here. Volume seems to be agreeing with that. Momentum oscillators kind of telling us that we've got one more push to the upside. So we've got this liquidity zone right here. I think this is going to be major resistance, and then we'll have the opportunity to buy back with any kind of pullback to this level. But I do want to mention this level at the bottom as well. We do have a little bit of a liquid zone down here for Ethereum. And if we were to make it back down there over the course of the next couple of days, I'd be very interested in buying this level. In fact, I'd be super interested in buying this level. So let's see if Ethereum does continue. Kind of does look like continuation here, like I said. Then we'll just buy this zone with the next retest. Volume looking really, really good here. So this definitely does look like a proper reversal here and a continuation to the upside, in my opinion. So we're definitely looking to get long on all of these cryptos so far, Bitcoin and Ethereum included. So let's look at the daily chart here. Daily chart, we don't have much to go off of. 1766. I'm just curious here. 1766. Right. Okay. So there's this level of structure right here as well. And this is an important one because this is also on the daily. So I do want to pay attention to that because I do think if we see the bounce from this level, we should be able to take longs even from this point. So looking really good. These are the levels I'm paying attention to for Ethereum. Let's just talk about the daily here real quick. Daily looks like it wants to pop back up to around about 1883, somewhere around there. So 1883. Yeah, it's this liquid zone essentially. So I think it's probably gonna pull back maybe short term here. Let's have a look at the hourly and see what we can see. Oh yeah, kind of does look like this one wants to pull back short term, but we're not going to take shorts. We're going to be looking to get filled on long positions around 1771, spot 63, or if we break above this level again, we would like to go long around 180, 1822, spot 93, excuse me. Okay, so that's it for Ethereum, looking pretty bullish here. Bitcoin Cash, currently testing the 200 simple and the 200 exponential moving average. Let me just see here real quick. We do not have any kind of divergent plays in motion just yet. So I would kind of aim towards around 530-ish, 528 to be a level to pay attention to for the short term here again. But I think we'll see some pullbacks from that level. This one, like I said in yesterday's video as well, this one kind of, short term does look constructive here, but medium term, I'm not so sure about this one. So perhaps we see that pullback. This is a level that I'd be paying attention to be getting long for Bitcoin Cash. 506 is definitely a good level for me if we can get back down there. We actually kind of do have a tiny little bit of a liquid zone, and we did not get quite a filled on this liquid zone quite yet. We've gotten freaking close, but not quite. So it's going to be interesting to see what does it want to do. And then we've got this little liquid zone right here, small liquid zones on Bitcoin Cash. So very easy to read, very easy to follow for this one. And I think it's honestly going to get the next major move from this point. If we break below 506, we'd probably come back down to 491. Break above 524, probably see that short-term spike back up to 532. But then, we'll reassess from that point. I think this is a major level anyway. 532. Let's just see what the daily is showing us. Uh, 5 528 would be a major level for me. 528, 523, 528. So yeah, it kind of does make sense. Do we see a pullback from there? Like I said, medium term, this thing looks bearish. Same, I do want to say this, medium term, Bitcoin's looking good. Medium term, Ethereum's kind of looking good, right? But Bitcoin Cash, medium term, is not looking so good. It's not looking so healthy. It's looking more like this is consolidation over a longer period of time, maybe reaccumulation, and then we'll see a pushback up to the upside. We'll have to see. So it's pretty much going to help you to play the ranges here. See if we can break this range and then play the next range, or see if we can break this range and then play the next one. That's how I would look at Bitcoin Cash. So Litecoin looking overall very good here, very healthy. This one's slightly more bullish than most. I do think we're going to see some short-term pullbacks here. I do think also those short-term pullbacks are going to be bought straight back up. We do have this beautiful little liquid zone right here at the bottom, but I don't even think we'll make it that low for Litecoin, but we'll have to see. And then on the same token, any kind of break above this lovely little liquid zone right here, I'd be looking to go long on Litecoin, and we'll definitely see then a retest of these highs. This one's kind of the same signature, same pattern as Ethereum. And I'm pretty sure if we do go to the daily chart, we'll be able to see the pattern more clearly. This kind of does shape up to look like a potential bullish pennant, or this could potentially work out to become more of a descending triangle, which would be a bearish reversal signal rather than a bullish continuation one. Let's just quickly have a look at the daily here. We are bouncing off the daily 21 exponential, so a test back up to 199 is probably in the cards here short term. 199 lines up with this liquidity zone right here, but I would not like to trade that level necessarily for any shorts or any longs, and I would not like to long from this point. Like I said, this is the 21 exponential on the daily chart, but again, shorter term, this one does look a little bit more bearish to me. I do think we're going to see a little bit more of a pop back down rather than a pop back up sooner rather than later, actually. I would be looking for this one to come and test back down around about, well, we can even put in a structure around 188.61. That would be perfectly fine because we can see a level of structure right over there. It's not a major level of structure, but it's definitely one I do want to pay attention to for Litecoin here. And then I would rather pull up my liquidity zone so it shapes up to look something like that. And like I said, this is probably the area to be buying. Let's just quickly look at our fib tool. I'm pretty sure this level is going to be lining up with something good. There we go. It lines up with the 50 and the 61.8 retracement level. So, this is definitely a level of interest, in my opinion. I would like to go long on Litecoin around there. So we'll put in an alert, see if this market does want to continue much lower, and then perhaps get filled on a long position around there. Okay, so that's it for Litecoin. Let's have a look at Link here real quick. Link testing up, back up there around the 200 simple, 200 exponential. What else have we got here? No real divergent plays just yet, but this one does look like it wants to come back down shorter term. Do I necessarily look at that as a terrible thing? No, I don't really. But if we do take out 27.71 on an hourly closing basis or even on a 4-hour closing basis, I would expect a move back down to around about 26.60. But to the same token, if we do close bullish above this level again, or we do break out from this potential bull flag, it looks like a bull flag. Can that still be a bull flag? Yes, it can actually. This would actually align with volume signature as well as momentum oscillators. So it's going to be very interesting to watch this one play out. Potentially, excuse me, just hang on. There we go. Potentially back up to around about $29 per coin. I mean, we could have a measured move from this previous breakout right here, and we can easily target these highs all the way back up to $29.78. So Link kind of looking really bullish here, but like I said, short term, can we test back down around about $27.75? Let's see about that. So, like I said, short term, back down, perhaps a bounce, breakout, and then we'll be going long on Link as well. But we need some confirmation on that one first. Uni, it's a good sign that we're continuously testing this resistance level right here. This is a pretty big liquidity zone, to be quite fair. So I'd like to see this one break above this level, 29.30. Close on a 4-hour closing basis, accompanied by some volume. This one is bullish. This one, momentum oscillator still pointing, north. So could we see a breakout above this level? And then I'd be looking to buy this level for continuation to the upside. But on the same token, if we do see rejection from this area and we start breaking to the downside, this one's looking more or less constructive still. over time. So I would expect this to be a potential buy opportunity if we do make it back down there. I'm very curious to see what the hourly is showing us. Hourly is kind of showing us that we are a little toppy here around these parts, so perhaps we can see a pullback here short term. But I would be looking at that as a buy opportunity for sure. At least short-term bounce around about 27.74, right? And a break above 29.28, above these moving averages, accompanied by volume, would be another buy opportunity. Okay, so let's look at BNB. BNB at a resistance level as we speak. Let's have a look at momentum oscillators. This one again is looking very interesting. It looks like continuation to me, to be quite fair. So let's just identify this liquidity zone right here. You can see it quite clearly. So any kind of break and close above this liquidity zone would make me very bullish and would make me look for another move back up to the very least around 287, somewhere around here. That's where we've got our next liquidity zone. So, am I going to be looking to play this one immediately? No, not necessarily. The 4 hour does look a little toppy, to be fair. So perhaps we do see a pullback before we see continuation, even back down to 270 even. Let's have a look at the hourly. Hourly is looking like continuation. Okay, so there we go. I mean, that's kind of making it very clear here that this one does want to pop back up around here. So let's see how this one closes in about half an hour. Perhaps we can get filled on a BNB trade here and trade this one up all the way to 280 to 287, 292, somewhere around this level. Okay, so that's BNB. Let's have a look real quick at Monero. Monero, you see, retesting that top, being rejected like that is not necessarily a good thing. Is it a bad thing just yet? No, not really, unless we start taking out 233.90. Excuse me, my English is terrible this morning. If we start taking out that level, I'd be looking for a move back down to around about 228 for Monero here, but I'd be looking at that as an opportunity to buy. This one does look a little toppy to me on the 4 hour chart, so it's kind of like some of these other cryptos, but it's looking pretty good here on the hourly. In fact, the hourly is starting to tell us, hey, guys, it's time to get bullish soon. So short-term pullback, and then continuation. Let's keep an eye on that one. I do like this setup. If we do see this one bounce back up, in the next couple of hours and close above 238, I'd be looking for continuation from this one. Or maybe even a close above 239 if you want to be a little bit more conservative. Neo holding support here. Let's just have a look at momentum oscillators. Yeah, kind of the same thing here. This one does look short-term bearish again. I don't know. We'll have to wait for a close below 44.964. But I would not be looking to short this one. I'd be looking for a bounce around 43.92. This one as well, medium term, looking more or less like Ethereum and Litecoin, like we saw earlier. Let's have a look at what the hourly is telling us. Hourly is telling us, well, downside actually. That's very interesting. This one is looking way more toppy to me, to be quite honest. So I would expect a move back down to 42.85 actually, looking at these volume signatures and seeing what price action starting to show here. So I think we'll have a buy opportunity fairly soon on Neo. Let's just have a look at the daily real quick. Daily kind of in nowhere land. Daily does look like it wants to shape up for a proper buy opportunity. And I would look for that to be around about $43 to be that level. So let's see on the 4 hour chart, $43. Yeah, it does actually line up with this previous little low right there. So I think that's the major level to pay attention to for Neo. Potential bounce from that point. Is it going to be a long-term bounce, continuation bounce, or is it just going to be a short-term bounce? We'll have to wait and see once we get there. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening. Um, Remember to be safe out there, trade safe out there. Bitcoin does look like it wants to have continuation from this point on the lower term time frames. Let's just have a look at the hourly. Hourly not shaping up to be that bullish just yet, actually. Hourly kind of looks like we do want to pop back up here, but that's going to be sold back into, and then we'll see perhaps that retracement down here. So I'm comfortable keeping my position here for Bitcoin. Let's just quickly have one more look at BNB before we say goodbye. Um, yeah, I would be patient on this BNB one. I would wait for it to break above with decent volume. There's some volume behind this move, don't get me wrong, and things are pointing in our direction. But I would like for us to break above and then come back down and test this level and hold it as support, confirm as support. Then I'm going to be looking to long BNB today as well. Okay, so thank you guys so much. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Cheers for now. Bye bye.